What's good? What's good, everybody? It's the baby J Jack in the building. My baby Jeff in the building. What's good? What's good with you, bro?
Man, just chilling on this good old Saturday night, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I just got off work, so rushing and trying to see how this sound. With hopefully the mic's going all right, even though I hear an echo in my ear.
Hey, we gonna
Hopefully
work
y'all
it.
don't hear the echo.
No, it's good on this
So
end
cool, cool. That's all we need. Then I can deal with the echo in mine until I figure these things out.
for sure.
No doubt. But we got sports to talk about. You know what I mean? We just popped in here. No advance promotional warning. So hopefully if you're paying attention and checking us out, man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Um, Anytime that you're rocking with us is always special. So we appreciate you. So today we got a couple of sports, mostly Michigan sports we're gonna talk about. So you got NFL draft coming up. Lions, of course, is a hard topic. We love talking about the Lions, but it's still a wound in there.
Yeah, it's still a
Um,
tough one.
yeah, it's still a tough one. So I don't know when we're gonna jump into that. We're gonna have more draft coverage once we get sports talk rolling like we used to have. We rolling. We're gonna talk a little more about the draft and everything, I guess, in the upcoming season and another chance to redeem ourselves and do what the Eagles did. That Oh, let me stop that.
Man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a
So we
that's a
also
tough one.
got, college basketball. The big game was yesterday, so we're gonna get into that topic. Another wound, but not for me this time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I don't know what topic you want to start on first, Jeff. We got quite a few of them.
Yeah, we can kick it off with that one, man. It's another chapter in the rivalry, man. It's always it's good to be on the good end. It's tough to be on the bad end, but I still appreciate the rivalry, no matter which way it go.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Actually, I was so pissed at the first half though. I was frustrated. I ain't gonna lie. I was so frustrated at them jokers, man. 'Cause I figured they was better than Michigan, but just from the Spartan viewpoint, looking at them play, I was like, man, what's going on with these cats? That first half, we got out to like a 16-8 real quick, and then I don't know what happened, but we ain't score 15, outscored 15 zip real quick, and it's like they was rushing shots and I don't throwing alleys that they wasn't even close to throwing. I know Corn Carr got them ups, you know what I mean, but they was trying to they was just pressing.
Right.
And I got so frustrated, I was damn near about to turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a game of runs though. You know what I mean? Like that's usually how it go, man. Like y'all jumped out. Then we, caught a little rhythm and, kind of, jumped back in and jumped ahead. And, uh, you know, it's just kind of how it goes. For me, how you
Yeah.
felt in the first half is how I felt in the second half. Like, what's going
But
on?
I'd rather it be like that though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
take the first half if we can make that run. Jace Richardson. Everybody knows Jay Rich son. Got the Saginaw bloodline, even though I think he's born in Denver, Colorado. Still Saginaw connection. Anybody that be like, oh, he wasn't born in Saginaw, and stop that. Uh, but he's a baller, a natural baller. So as a freshman, I hate they talking about draft already and all of that, man. I like to see him two years, of course, selfishly, you know what I mean. But he's a baller, so he gave Michigan fits.
Yeah, man, definitely a baller. You know what I'm saying? Got that bloodline in him. Yeah, I don't like but that's just kind of how the game go now, man. Like, as soon as you flash, like they be thinking
They
NBA.
ready.
And it ain't even so much the league, you know what I mean? But now you got the G League and all that stuff. So, and that's another way to reel
Mhm.
them in. Like, hey, even if you ain't on the big team, like you still quote unquote in the league because you in our farm system, you in our you ain't got to go to school no more. You know what I'm saying? You're a pro. You know, and so
Exactly.
yeah. So I hate to hear it too,
Yeah.
but that's kind of how the business is now.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's rough with that. So if anybody joining in, I see a couple viewers and appreciate y'all. Salute. You know what I mean? We ain't been on here as much lately. We trying to get everything back rolling. A lot of people know why I wasn't on. You know, we gonna keep it sports. So I appreciate anybody rocking with us, man. Salute to you. Leave a comment, share it, join in with the comments. Come on, join in, be a part of this show. Let us know some topics you want to talk about. You know what we gonna talk about. So if you want to shift some of the talk, we can talk about that too. We know variety of sports, but right now we gonna stay on the topics that we got. And right now we talking about the Michigan State rivalry and the game last night that the Spartans came victorious on.
Yeah, man.
but
Yeah, that
but
second
I
half was tough.
Michigan, I mean, what you think about it? I mean, I like Dusty May. I liked him, you know what I mean? He's an up and coming coach. I think what he's doing with Michigan is, great because they got a lot of transfers and everything. He ain't got his players in yet. So, what you think about the job he done so far?
I think you're doing a great job, man. And that's why, you know what I mean, I ain't all bent out of shape. This first year, like, he pretty much threw this team together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You come in when you come in, and you gotta pluck some guys out the portal, and you know what I mean. Like we had some transfers. We had so he had to put it together the best way he could, and I think given everything. I feel like he's done a good job. I mean, I didn't see 20 wins this year. So, it's all to the good for me. So, you want to win the game, but, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
like I ain't going to get bent out of shape because, hey, number one, the tournament is coming up. So, you just got
Mhm.
to, we ain't bring him in to win in February. You know what I'm saying? He got to
Yeah.
win in March.
Yeah.
And
You brought him in to
hopefully,
keep y'all out the
early April.
NIT.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So exactly, and yeah, win in March in the
Yeah, I
big
had to throw that one
tournament. Yeah,
in.
so you know,
Yeah. Well, I think he done a great job so far. You know what I mean? It's gonna be tough, especially when Izzo retired. That's gonna be even tougher. Tougher. Dang, I'm both falling out my ear. That's gonna be a tough rivalry right there because Izzo done dominated Michigan coaches, and we don't know what's coming on, and how many years he got left. So Dusty's still a very young coach, and he
yeah,
just got signed, I think, to a multi-year deal.
yeah, he did same shoot, hours before the game.
Hmm.
Which that was a thing too. I'm like, man, why y'all have to do it today?
Yeah, yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, we kind of helped him out with that contract celebration.
Yeah, man, like yeah. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Indiana was
Rolly.
on his heels. He a Indiana, coach. That's where he came from. He was a Bobby Knight disciple. So
Mhm.
they probably threw him a blank check. So Michigan had to get it done. But I still didn't.
Yeah,
The timing was he could have held that announcement till today or something. So we'll see though, no doubt. But
yeah. It's gonna be great though. I think he gonna get him rolling. So I don't want him to roll, of course, but it is what it is. Michigan don't stay down long, and after they move on from the Juwan Howard debacle, I guess say. But after that, I think the future look good for him.
for sure, yeah, he's already kind of put his stamp on the program. Beeline is still around too, so that's a good thing. So no, he gonna be all right. You know what I mean? He got Trey McKinney coming in next year. You know what I'm saying? Nice 5-star from Flint. Um, got a couple more recruits as well. Um, got a pretty good recruiting staff. So I think he gonna be all right. I mean, this is a coach that took Florida, basically a mid-major team to the Final Four. You know, like Like you don't do that if you can't coach.
Yeah, I agree. Like I say, I like him. And he switches up the D. He had us confused in the first half. I know we couldn't. I don't know. I had our guards not really trying to penetrate, taking bad shots, and he would switch up with man and zone. So kept it confusing. He was trying to coach Izzo at the beginning, which was pissing me off. I tell you that. So it was like telling my big man, I'm yelling at the screen and stuff, and it was like, nah, Izzo will get it right at the half. So appreciate you getting it right, Izzo. That's what it do. Shout out to Rolly. What up with your family? I see you. Shout out to the Bank Boys, the whole crew out there, man. Much love for tuning in. We appreciate you, bro. We all have to get you on that podcast again. You're always a great talk with Rolly, man. Salute to you, VP.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was tough. I didn't, I liked some of the switching in the first half, but once the adjustment was made, like I didn't like them going back to the zone. 'Cause I felt like, you know, he needed to switch it back because there was some cats on your squad that don't normally shoot that well, and they was kind of heating up. So now you got to do something else. You know what I'm saying? If they hitting shots, you got to come out of that zone, man. So
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Shout out Tito. He say, yo, salute to you, bro.
you know,
No doubt, no doubt. Let us know if you want to get on here and talk that draft like we did. I think it was like 2 years ago. I don't think it was last year, but uh, I still remember Tito wanted to draft a guard. I
ah,
had to bring it up, bro. I had to say it. Evan Neal, I think it was.
yeah, it was somebody, man. But yeah, we we got to get you back on.
Yeah.
I think he was busy
Yeah,
last.
come
I
on,
think
we'll
he
get you
did
back
another
on here,
show.
Tito. You got some good takes, man. You always getting the knowledge, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, you remember it. Got the
Yeah,
laughing emojis, no doubt. I got a semi good memory. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think Tito did another show last year. That's why he couldn't come on last year. But
yeah.
yeah, try to circle you back in, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. So salute to you, Tito. You all always fam, always. Just let us
No,
know. You always got, what I'm saying, holler at us anytime. So it is what it is, man. We appreciate you, bro, for tuning in. Everybody else too. We're just talking some sports right now, talking Michigan, Michigan State. We're gonna get into some more topics. Uh, I was kind of waiting for some more Michigan State fans, but they celebrating right now, so we ain't gonna worry about them right now. Well, at least they ain't got them Michigan fan. They can't come on here chirping at me, so I'm good with that too.
no doubt.
Shout out Derek Z, my baby. He might pop in. All the Michigan fans, you know. Yeah, Aunt Delina, what's up with you, Auntie? That's my baby. I love you. That's mom. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Auntie. Yeah,
All
we just
right,
kicking some sports right now. And our next topic before we get to the Lions or some, we always got to talk Lions, but before we get to that, man, my hands nasty. Ah, you didn't hear that. What Detroit Pistons, man. Everybody, I know y'all feeling them Pistons right now. I know it's a lot more Pistons people jumping back on the wagon. So, you know, we just out of the All-Star game. They still rocking and rolling. I think they a 6 seed. Yeah, they got a sole possession as a 6 seed right now. So we're gonna talk about that. What you think about them Jeff and JB Bickerstaff and the job he doing?
man. I'm liking everything. Yeah, we in sixth place right now. Uh, over 500. We 30-26 right now. Man. Uh, yeah, I ain't really got no complaints, man. I think you're just seeing what good coaching does for a team. Like, we ain't much different. I mean, we do got a couple more shooters than we've had. You got Tim Hardaway Jr., that Michigan boy, by the way. But we got some shooters, and but more than anything, to me, is it's the coaching because he's put confidence in them, man. He's put them in positions to succeed. You don't see them running bad plays. Like it just looks like they know what they want to do, and And once you know what you want to do, and you know you got confidence of what you're doing, man, now it's just about execution, and that's what they're doing, man. They just executing, man. Like, um, you know, Cade is taking another step up. You know, I call him All Star Cade now because you know he All Star. uh, but man, I mean, you know, he's the general. You know what I'm saying? He's running the team. But you know, they just playing good ball, man. And they you know they brought in Schroeder, um, and you know that's getting Cade off the ball a little bit. You know, especially in the absence of you know, shoot, old boy from Purdue, forget his name, but man, just playing good ball, man. Just playing good ball.
Yeah,
That's
Jay Ivy.
yeah, yep, yep,
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. Biggest thing for me is the coaching. I think I was on another podcast talking. They was kind of railing on Troy Weaver, and I'm like, man, you know, this possible really because of Troy Weaver.
yeah.
His biggest problem was coaching, that he couldn't find a coach. You know, and that Cleveland had JB Bickerstaff at that time, so we got lucky that they just felt that he wasn't the coach. You know, I don't see still don't see how he got rid of him, but I
Thank you.
can't blame him right now because they doing even better though.
Yeah, well, you know, they've added to their team too. You know, like you know,
Hmm.
they pretty much trying to make a conference championship push. So you know what I mean? Like they've been, you know, they stepped it up. You know, they got Spider in there, and you know what I'm saying? They you know, they've added pieces, man, where they trying to challenge Boston. So you know, they in another you know stage of their development. Like we a step below them, where we feel like we are a playoff team. You know what I mean? You know, the bottom rung of playoffs, you know what I mean? Like 6, 7, 8 seed, you know, play in, you know, in there. Uh, and so, you know, we'll be trying to maybe do that next year where, you know, we try to either draft, you know, draft well, draft another contributor and or maybe a free agent, you know, because that's what we did. I see Tito mention Beasley. Man, Bees be on fire, man. like he be on fire. Like full confidence. Like and I you know, I haven't had confidence in a shooter in a Piston uniform since man, maybe Allen Houston. Like where it just looked like it's gonna go in every time they shoot it. like every time he shoot it, I don't care. You know, he be at the logo. He like shoot, like shoot it, shoot that mug.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. Beasley has been a great addition, and he want to be a Piston, so that's good. I'm hoping they negotiate and keep him longer. You also got Tobias Harris, who was a great addition. He's not like as he was, but you know, he's still silently killing out there. Uh, and my main thing with the coaching is he ain't got nobody out of place doing what they ain't supposed to do. Like he not trying to tell Isaiah Stewart shoot 4 3 pointers a game. Um, Duran, you know, is playing and they're using him as a playmaker. I think he been averaging like 5 assists a game, using him as a high playmaker, which is good. Not just trying to use him as a pick and roll lob. So he getting a lot more out of his players, which is what I like about the coaching. I think what I was saying earlier about Weaver is, you know, he drafted Duran, Jalen drafted Cade, drafted Isaiah Stewart. Um, who else? He made some bad drafts, you know, of course. But my main thing was he cleared a lot of that cap. We was in cap purgatory at the time when he took over, you know. So now Trajan Langdon able to play with money in his first year. It looked like he done made such a big change around, but all he really did was get a good coach, added a couple players that he at the time just felt like was fillers until they was actually Beasley like actually balling. They didn't expect to be doing like this. So I think a lot of credit should have went to Weaver, he shouldn't have been down as much as he wanted because the coach they hired from Phoenix, I forgot dude's name, wasn't the coach he wanted.
Right, right,
So
yeah,
his biggest problem was he couldn't get a coach to develop the talent he was bringing in.
right, yeah. And I think should be let off the hook now because Azar and Ron Holland playing ball. Like
Hmm.
those are his draft picks too. So
Exactly.
guess what? Like Ron Holland, like what
Yeah,
I'm saying,
Monty
Ron
Williams. Yep.
Holland got that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like Ron balling. Should Ron be ready to scrap if necessary? Like he be out there. Like
and
that's that
and
bad boy.
All-Star Thompson.
Yeah, that's that bad. That's that new bad boy in him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like
He
it's that
drafted
that trend
defense. He
is
drafted,
continuing.
yeah, he drafted like what he wanted the bad boys to become. You know what I mean? When he got Isaiah Big Stu, he drafted in that mode of tough defensive players. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All-Star Thompson, Tayshaun Prince type, Swiss Army knife. You know, he wasn't drafting because they kept saying we need shooters. Shooter, draft the shooter. He was drafting. He knew the type of player he wanted drafted, and he felt like he can. The coach could develop the rest of it. Problem is, we couldn't get a coach to develop the rest of it.
right. Yeah, and Tito threw his name in there, Monty Williams. Yeah, Monty,
Yeah,
Monty.
Monty Williams. Yeah,
Yeah, he signed that deal, but he ain't want to be here, man. I think
yeah.
they just offered him so much money. He just his wife was probably like, "You better
They
sign,
forced him.
you better sign that." Like,
That's shopping.
I don't want to go. You better go. I don't want to go to no
Exactly.
Detroit. You going? We going? So we gonna sign that.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I think right now he with the Washington Wizards. Um, Weaver is so. I mean, I hate it didn't work out for him because I liked the Weaver ever since when he was drafting with OKC. You know, he had a big hand in getting that team together that had Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant and James Harden and it was another young cat I used to like on there. But he was responsible for finding a lot of that talent.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm hoping Trajan Langdon, he looking real solid right now, and I'm hoping he keep on or got a plan because right now I haven't seen it. His drafting, we'll find out. I think this is his first draft coming up.
yeah,
But as far as free agents, he been nailing it. You know what I'm saying with Tobias Harris and Beasley, and I
yeah,
think who was your boy Hardaway.
yeah, yeah,
Can't think of other people that he brought in. I can't think of right now.
yeah. He brought somebody. I got a couple of Golden State fans, as friends, and they was like, man, that the one cat Lindy Waters he brought in, that was like he a shooter.
Yeah,
Like so I've been kind of peeping. Like I'm trying to wait and see, whenever he gets some playing time, see what he can do. But my Golden State people say he a shooter, so we'll see. I think he'll forward like I don't know, uh, kind of a tweener kind of forward. So that's he probably ain't gonna get in, but in matchups, what I'm saying, situations. So waiting to see what that look like. But nah, man. I mean, they just been playing ball. Like even when Sasser come in, Sasser been playing pretty good too. Uh, what's the other center? What's like Paul something? I forget. But he when he get his little spot duty, what I'm saying, he played pretty good too. So we'll see. I'm trying to think. We signed was it Ron Harper Jr. too? I think we signed him too. So
yeah. I haven't seen who that was. Oh, if we signed him, but I know we kind of deep on a lot of levels. They've been building a lot of depth.
yeah,
So
no doubt.
JP, John Purdy Senior, what's up, baby? That's my guy. Salute to you, Ken Folks, and man, OG. Salute to you, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Say what's
Yeah,
good, long time, brother. My dog Jake, no doubt, no doubt. Much love. You already know.
for sure.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how I forgot, but old boy Fontecchio, he be out there
Oh yeah,
shooting too.
Fontecchio.
Yeah, he'll knock it
Yeah.
down too. So shoot, Bickerstaff just push. He just been pushing the right buttons, man. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
he been
yeah.
playing with his
I
lineup.
like him. The whole concept of what he's doing, and like I say, how he using Jalen Duren, how he using Cade. Hate that Jaden had that Jaden Ivey had that situation happen to him. You know, it'd have been good to see him doing. But like you say, they went and got what's the young guy?
With
Uh,
Schroeder. To my Schroeder.
Schrader, yeah,
Yeah,
Schrader, Dennis Schrader, yeah. They went and got him to be stopgate. So I just like the way he using the players and getting the best out of them and not putting them in situations that's hurting them. Which is past coaches is just like old boy Monty would bench Jaden Ivy for half the game and then throw him in there and say, shoot, just give me as many points as you can get.
yeah,
And Beef Stew have him shooting threes, like go and shoot me about 4 threes. Man, get your ass up under the court, bro. Bang down. I need you banging down low. I don't need you standing at the 3-point line.
right.
So that's the biggest thing to me is the coaching. The players, our starting five ain't too much different except for Tobias and uh, I think with Schrader in there now. So,
Yeah, yeah,
but you leave a comment in there what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? What y'all feel about them Pistons and if y'all rocking with them, if y'all back watching them, because I know a lot of it. Well, I say us. You know, I mean, I was one of them. It's like stop watching as much as we used to. You know, we didn't see that brand of basketball that we really felt was Detroit basketball. So. Let me know. Let us know in the comments if y'all rocking with them, if y'all back watching the Pistons, if y'all taking notice of what they doing.
for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I had kind of backed off of them too. Because you more than anything, I mean, you just didn't see the direction. It's like, okay,
yeah,
what are we doing? Like, I can deal with a team that's coming up trying to, you know, and you may be losing a little bit, but you see a direction. Like, okay, we building
mhm,
towards something. So, hey, Golden State might come in here and knock us off, and all the good teams probably come in here. We might sneak up on a couple, but it was worse than that. It was just like no direction. Like you see Ivy just not play. Like how is he not playing? Like just I'm like, man, like did he hate his mama or something? Like because it's no rhyme or reason why you just sitting Ivy on the bench just like he just not playing. Like how do you get a DNP? Like just
yeah,
what?
yeah. I agree with a lot of things. Just didn't make sense with that whole money thing, and it was like, man, we can see it. It's like I don't know, you know you finna get robbed or something.
Yeah,
Like you know he was finna get the money and run, and
man.
you kind of like, no, he gonna find it. He gonna start coaching right, and it's like, nah, bro, this ain't right. Like you can see it, like. And that's crazy. 1 year and they finally was like, we gotta let him go. But he getting paid to sit and chill now. He getting paid to sit and chill from I think 2 teams. That's
Man, that's crazy.
yeah. He hit the biggest lick in the whole game.
Oh man, yeah, you don't see coaches getting $100 million contracts. Like, he got a whole retirement. So
Yeah, yeah. So it's ridiculous, but we glad to see the Pistons back heading in a good direction, and Cade is getting a lot more credit for what he's doing, which is good. Um, But I mean, we gonna shift topics. You know, a lot of people ain't rocking with the Pistons yet, but I feel like it's coming along where they starting to see them do it. So we're gonna shift to a team that we know the city's been rocking with, the state been rocking with right now. We're gonna shift to the Lions.
that's
Um, I don't know. I'm trying to stay from any of the pain.
man.
but but you know, we got the draft coming up, and the biggest thing right now is everybody clamoring for Miles Garrett. Um, Even a lot of people is like begging Max Crosby to come to the Lions and I guess say save them, which is kind of weird to me because it's really no saving. It's execution. It's playing the game the right way, and the way we lost to Washington wasn't Detroit football. It's just like they forgot how to play football at that point in time. It wasn't the talent level. It wasn't that the defense couldn't get to the ball. It wasn't all of these things that a lot of people try to make it out to be. To me, just because they scored, I think 40 points. We got to remember we threw 4 interceptions. had a fumble. We had I don't know, at least one. I know the first three and out started the game. I think we had another one later. That's six possessions that we didn't take care of the ball or score, that we either gave them points and they scored. We had a pick six. I think at least two. One of the interceptions and one of the fumbles, I think, led to Washington points. They scored like 21 points off our turnovers. You stop that, they don't get 40. I don't care what defensive ends you got out there. Your offense is giving them good field position. You're not helping the defense out. So everybody was like, "Oh, our defense gave up 40. Our defense couldn't stop them. We need Miles Garrett." And this, that wasn't the truth. That was far from the truth. And that first series, especially when we did a three and out, I don't know what Ben Johnson was thinking about. That first series was ridiculous. So when they got the ball back, we stopped them on the fourth down and got the ball back to Detroit. And we actually had what, a 14-3 lead? Oh, we was going for the 14-3 lead before the fumble happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. We were going in. Like I feel like that would have really put doubt in the game for them right there. We go up 14-3.
Gave them confidence.
Yeah, but we gave them a shot in the arm. You know what I mean, by fumbling. And but I don't want to get into Ben Johnson too much, man. That's another sore spot because we know what he was thinking. Obviously, he's thinking about Chicago. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I agree with you too. And that's my thing is, I think they seen it. To me, they seen it too. Not just that he was in the Chicago. I felt like they felt not maybe his youth or the way he was calling games, all the razzle dazzle, all the things sometimes it's good for entertainment, but is it winning football? And I think they went to a point where they went with an older play caller and John Morton, who knows how to win a playoff game. And a lot of times, if you look at the Eagles or any team that wins in a playoff game, you ain't doing a lot of trick plays. Uh, you keeping it simple as possible. You running the ball, throw some dump down tight. That's why tight ends are so valuable. That's why Kansas City been so valuable with Travis Kelsey in these games. When you think of the Patriots and Gronk, and a lot of these teams that's winning Super Bowls, winning with sound defense and controlling the ball, running game. They not throwing for 500 yards in that game unless that other team is trash. But most of the time in the Super Bowl, they know they're going against a top-notch defense. You got to take care of the ball. You're not. I think the Eagles had one interception, and that was when the game was already over.
right.
They maintained the ball. Even though Saquon Barkley didn't get a lot of run yards, they kept the threat. But a lot of the things is they didn't have to because the defense was dominating so much and putting them in great field position and interceptions that they wasn't finna do nothing wild to mess up what they was getting done for them. So with Detroit, I think going with an older OC knows pound the ball, protect the rock, get it to your tight end, hit 8 mile ride possession, and if you get a chance, hit JMO. That game we saw with the Washington Commanders, yeah, one of the reverses worked for the touchdown when Teddy Bridgewater came in, but then one of the reverses you throwing the ball, we down by like 7, and you having Jameson throw the ball. Come on, man. You know, I agree with Ben Johnson play calling that whole game, and we can say that the players didn't make the plays, but the play calling was so bad. You trying to get David Montgomery, that man been out for about a month, and he's still hurting, and you trying to get him rolling first before we got one of the top running backs in the league, Jameer Gibbs, and you ain't trying to get him. You should be trying to get him rolling and ease David Montgomery in. You doing it the other way around, bro. I wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, it's a lot of bonehead, questionable stuff that went on, man. I, it's tough to even talk about because just bring it back to memory. You know what I mean? Like it's like we overcooked the rice. You know what I'm saying? Like you in the red zone, dog, run the ball, man. Like and especially
Yeah,
just knowing situational football. Like, the playoffs are a different beast. Like, we did a lot of flashy stuff in the regular season. And you can have some of it still in the playoffs, some of it a little bit, but no, the playoffs, man, like it's matchup based. It's what I mean. Like you figure out, or you scout, different weaknesses. Like Washington wasn't great against the run. Like that should have been the biggest signal in the world. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like we gonna run this ball. We gonna keep it out of their quarterback's hands because you coming into a game with a hot quarterback. Best thing to do with a hot quarterback is to keep him on the sideline. You know what I mean? Like especially in the red zone. We in the red zone. Like I'm not finna be running all kind of motions and trick plays and
yeah,
having receivers throwing the ball and like, come on, man. Like
yeah,
you got a veteran quarterback, man. Let him turn around and hand the ball off, and manage the game that way.
yeah. And that's what pissed me off is Golf had 4 interceptions, but we know how his game is based.
Yeah.
I hate it. I play Madden, and you got to play almost the same way in Madden with him. They got him so down to a pack, bro. If you come out trying to run and gun and run and shoot from the first quarter, you throwing about 5 or 6 interceptions. You gotta run the ball. You gotta set up the play action. You gotta dink and doink, and then when you set up that long pass, you gotta damn near be perfect with it.
Right.
They almost got his game to a T. Like it's certain times other people can come in, but you gotta have the right plays for him to be successful in just passing. If you're trying to get him 400, 500 yards in Madden and not run the ball, it's almost real life. It ain't working. It's
Right.
hard to work, and he can't run. He is sitting duck in a pocket. You can't put him in that position to where you doing him like that. And that's what I felt Ben Johnson did was he took away the play action almost when we got down by what we got down by, and you relying on um golf to win the game, and all of a sudden there go another interception. Oh, there go another one. There go a fumble. Well, you put him in this position because we ball control offense. We based on our big guys up front, our O linemen. You basically took them out the game. They couldn't even show no dominance because you done took them out the game. Penny them couldn't do nothing. We didn't even know they was a dominant O line in that game.
Man.
You know, it was just ridiculous, bro. It's yeah, man. I'm getting sad as shit.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do, man. I mean, just kind of turning the page a bit. I mean, we got our core intact. We're not bad cap wise. So that's why people are talking, about the Garrett's and the stuff like that. Trying to, get somebody else. I don't want to. I personally, it's intriguing, but you know what I mean. So what will we have to give up to get somebody like that? And that's something that, I, you know, it's kind of similar to play calling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with our GM, like, don't take away his power. Like, his power is how he, his picks. Like, don't give away no picks, man. Trying to, what I'm saying, overcompensate and try to be like, hey, this is, we're in a moment. Like, we gotta go. We gotta go get a big player and go for it. Like, we going for it anyway. Like, we're going for it by building the team the way we are. And we're in position because we've built the team, not because we've gone out and thrown picks at people and what I'm saying, trying to do extra stuff and trying to do shortcut type stuff, man. Like we don't need to do no shortcuts, man. Like we got a nice core. I think we just need to add to the core. He drafts well, so let him draft well. Let him fill a couple of these offensive line spots. Let him, we can get a pass rusher in the draft. Somebody that's going to be opposite our star defensive end on the other side. Like you don't need you can find another young one, and he might be a star too. Um, Especially if he over there, he getting single covered. Hey, you find somebody. We did it with it was kind of a flash in the pan, but we did it with Houston for a minute. So he was over there showing out. Like he gets single covered. Like man, I can make something happen over here. So we can get us a nice little speed rusher over there, and do that again. But try to do any type of shortcuts or any type of you know. Uh, you can overcompensate. You can overthink it, and like man, we can go get this other. We can get Miles Garrett. And, we'll be one of the favorites. I feel like we one of the favorites already. So don't. I said it before, but some my grandma always say that don't overcook the rice. Don't overcook the rice. Like water start boiling, turn it off. Like it ain't complicated.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And it's not impossible to find you a good to great pass rusher in the draft. You look at the Rams when they got Jared Verse from last year. Uh, there are some good DEs in there, but I, you went 15-2. I think a bad game plan cost you the game. It wasn't the talent. It wasn't. It was a little bit of the execution, of course, but the bad game plan was even worse than the execution. So you don't just destroy that. Even though we lost a lot of coordinators, we lost a lot of coaches, plain and simply. But I think with John Morton, he was there when it was first building, so it ain't like they just changing up the whole game plan now. It wasn't just Ben Johnson creating. It's still Dan Campbell's offense. It's what he brung with him, and they added and tweaked it. Ben Johnson added and tweaked. Morton had a get part in tweaking. Everybody from David Shaw, that used to be coach at Stanford, they got their own thing that they can add and tweak. So I think Aiden Hutchinson said it don't matter to him what coordinator they bring. It's about the players. We got to do what we got to execute. So I like that and how they feel. We put too much that it's just Ben Johnson. No, when them end the rounds run and he run it and run it to JMO. JMO speed was was making that look great. Jameer Gibbs. You know what I mean? That top five running back speed. Boy run like a 4.2, 4.3. So coordinators mean a lot, and they could be an end all be all, but at the end of the game, you still need your players to execute. You need Amon Ra. Your coordinators gotta be able to use your talent right. And I felt like that last game against Washington, talent wasn't used right. So that cost us a lot. So yeah, salute to Cornelius Brown. You know what I'm saying? Southern Arkansas Trill Talk. Y'all check him out. You know what I mean? Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate everybody checking out and watching us on here, kicking it with us, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And we just talking some sports right now. We going through some old wounds with the Lions. But we got a good future still. You know what I mean? It got a good future. It's not like it's just, I don't know, they try to paint it like you went from 15-2. Oh, it's finna go down. Now, I will say don't expect 15-2 because now we finna play probably the number one, like one of the tops, what you call schedules.
Right.
So I think we played Philadelphia like first or something like that, or up there. I think they're trying to get Philadelphia first, but we're gonna play a lot of the top teams. So I expect Philly and Baltimore maybe, and it's gonna be a lot of the top teams. So I don't expect 15-2. I expect probably 12-5. But if we can get that and go into the playoffs with playoff football, not no junk entertainment playing Jacksonville Jaguars type football that we just get like, oh, no, they're not bending, they're not bowing to us. No, go in there and use your top five O line, use your running back Jameer Gibbs, bring in David the Pound Cats, hit Amon Ra when you need to, and when you set all that up and get them sinking in, pop them with JMO. All that other stuff, nah, man, I wouldn't. Yeah, man, no, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead, Jeff. Man,
No, I feel you, and I do. I did like the coaching additions. You know, 'cause I do feel like you know what I mean. Like they're more of a, you know, especially David Shaw. I feel like David Shaw,
hmm
somebody that's been respected on all levels of football. I feel like that was a very, very underrated move because, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, he's one of them cats that when you get back to the playoffs, like he's one of them cats that are in game, you know, kind of calming influence, like, hey, you know, like, we all right. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
hmm
I feel like, you know, he's the kind of cat that'll get in Jared Goff ear. You know what I'm saying? That'll sit down there with him, like, man, you know, like don't feel like you got to take the game over. You know what I mean? Like we gonna stick to the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you, I feel like you need them cats. You know what I'm saying? That's what Baltimore has had for a while, even though you know they lost to Buffalo, but that's a whole other thing. But but
Yeah.
you know, even with Kansas City, or you know what I'm saying, like some of the you know the winning teams, like they have those they have experienced coordinators, you know what I mean, and
hmm
experienced position coaches that you know what I'm saying. Like you get into that dog fight, you get into the playoffs. Playoffs a whole different season, and so you need them cats that you know that keep you in the moment. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna lose your team, and I feel like those additions you know what I mean? Like that, they brought them cats in. You know, Campbell brought them cats in for that reason alone. Like, you know, it was
hmm
nice to have all the flash and the different plays, you know, during the regular season. But now I think we're in playoff thinking mode as a organization. Like, okay, when we get to the playoffs, not if. You know what I mean? Like, what do we need during the game? Like, you know, now
Yeah.
it's more strategy. It's more, you know, who's on our sideline that can keep us right. I feel like that David Shaw kind of hire is that. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, like he's always been a leader. He's always been, you know, really steady. And you know you need that in the playoffs when you know you make a fumble or an interception and you know what I'm saying you know Cat's got the head down a little bit like he can be like we all right you know what I'm saying like you know let's
hmm
stay in the moment like that's done that's over with you know um, I think that's gonna pay dividends with who we hired um, you know with this team.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and my main thing is when I look at the coordinators that I see winning football,
Yep.
um, a lot of times when you playing, and I know it's a lot of football players, I mean football people out there that know you can win games with your quarterback throwing for 150 to 200 yards
Yep.
if you put them in the right situations with your defense and your running back. You know, Jameer, you use Jameer enough. I don't know what it's saving him for, but it's playoff time. Jameer can easily get 3 touchdowns. I think he did that against the Vikings, have like 4 touchdowns. Um, you don't have to have golf trying to win the game and throwing 400 yards, 450. You know, especially if you can put your defense in the right position and your defense give you the ball at good positions, 45-yard line to 50, you know, get you good position, and you ain't putting your defense in bad positions where you giving their offense the ball at the 40 and they ain't got but 40 yards to go on your defense. Now you looking like, oh, my defense sucks. See, they ain't got no yards to even go.
Right. Right.
Your Dolphins keep putting them in bad positions.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think, you know, and that's, you know, again, when you bring in the type of coaches that we did on the offensive side of the ball, you know what I mean? They ain't thinking flash. They thinking like, hey, 2nd and 5 ain't bad. Second, you
Yeah.
know, so like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
Your tight end right there, hit him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you ain't got to get it all right now. You know what I mean? Like, I think you get that calming, that influence in the offense. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, if we
And
hand it off, we
I
get
think
3 yards. We that's what we want to do.
yeah, I think a good example is your guy Harbaugh, you know, which
Yeah,
David Shaw was kind of like an understudy of, you
yep,
know.
yep,
And I think a good example is, yeah, JJ McCarthy on the team. And I know a lot of Michigan fans was upset. They wanted to see JJ McCarthy unleashed and whatever. But what Harbaugh do? He knew he had a strong running game. He knew he had a strong defense. He just had JJ McCarthy, hey, stay within your limits. flash here and there, but I don't need you throwing 300, 400 yards.
Nope.
Get it to your running backs, hit your tight end. If you get in a bad spot, it's okay to throw the ball away, punt
Yep.
it, and let your defense dominate. He ain't say, okay, JJ, I need you to go out there and win this game. I need you to go throw for 300, 400, 500 yards. And a lot of times when you see quarterbacks throw for that many yards, they losing.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I think that was a good example. And I think David Shaw has got that perfect winning football mentality. He know what it takes to win a football game and without having to put your quarterback in a bad position. And like I say, Harbaugh, I ain't like when he playing coaching at Michigan, of course, but I always respected his game and I respected his football knowledge and that he knew how to win a game without a dominant quarterback or without your quarterback dominating the game. He knew how to win. He knew how to stay within himself, how to win with a dominant run game, beat up on the other team, control the possessions. All these things that go into football winning games where, even if you play, I hate to use man, but sometimes you play against these cats and they come out throwing from the beginning, throwing here, throwing there, throwing there, throwing there. And then they get mad when you run the ball. They like, he won't run, he won't throw the ball, he keep running, he keep running. A lot of people don't know winning football. They just know the flash, and
Right.
they know that throwing the ball is like that beautiful look. If you can throw for 500, oh, it look good. I'm throwing all over the place, but it's not totally winning football, especially when it comes to the playoffs. So I think David Shaw is a perfect example of hires that mentally know winning football.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's it's a different mentality as well. When you just beating up on a team, you know what I mean, and pounding them and punching them in the mouth because that in the first quarter it's probably a 2 3 yard run, but we get down to the third, get to the fourth quarter, now they 5 6 7. You know what I mean? Because cats don't want to keep hitting. They don't want to keep tackling. They don't want to keep. What I'm saying, like you break their will and that
Yeah.
just speaks to a different mentality when you have that type of team. And I feel like we have that type of team. We can be that,
Mm-hmm.
where you wear them cats down, man. And in the fourth quarter, they ain't trying to tackle you like that. That at
Yeah.
some point, you're gonna put his shoulder down. You're gonna be like, man, you're gonna make a business decision. Like I'm already sore, like, and here this month come again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can
Exactly.
use a Gibbs, first, second, third, and then here come
Then bring
Montgomery,
Montgomery.
a thumper, and now he's like, man, damn, like, man, you got a lead blocker or something that's coming through there too, like, man,
Yep. And then you switch it back up and bring
side
Gibbs and that
step.
speed in there.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah.
DB, and DB ain't trying to make them tackles, man, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, they want to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
running
You
around chasing the receiver. Like, they don't want
yeah,
to
you
be
did right though. You totally right.
Yeah, and that's what David Shaw brings. He's like, hey,
Hmm.
we gonna chop this wood. Gonna chop this wood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because hey, in the fourth quarter, we got them. Because they ain't gonna
Yeah.
wanna, they ain't gonna wanna tackle. They ain't gonna wanna. We're gonna wear them down. You know what I mean? You're gonna see some more subs coming in. Cat's gonna be dragging off the field. Like, man, you gonna hit that
Yeah.
water bottle. Like, they tired.
Yeah. And I think two good examples of playoff football of examples was Baltimore last year. People like, what the fuck? Why is you abandoning your run game when the run game was you? That was before Derrick Henry was there that year. They lost to Kansas City on, I don't know how they lost that game, but they tried to create a different image when they got into that situation. They abandoned the run. And
Man,
I
they
think
going
about
4 and 5 wide.
Seattle
What
too.
y'all doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is you doing? It's like, come on, man. And I think about Seattle when they abandoned the run with Marshawn Lynch. That's still questioned to this day of why Pete Carroll didn't run the ball.
Bruh, man, that's man trying to get his quarterback the MVP when he should have just won the game, bro. Win the game. No,
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Willie Dynamite off of YouTube. We got so if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, we appreciate y'all. The comments. Everybody that's watching wherever you watching, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to you again, Willie Dynamite. Salute Cornelius Brown. Let me put the comment back up there. Salute Cornelius Brown, South Arkansas Trill Talk. We got Arkansas, Michigan. We got a couple states represented in the building. John Prater, salute to you, bro. We go way back. I think middle school, man. Years. Salute to you, bro. Tito,
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
salute to you, bro.
for sure.
Who else we
Tito
had?
out in Virginia Beach out there,
Yeah, he out in Virginia. Yeah, my auntie watching too. Salute to auntie. It's always good to have your family rocking with you.
no
You know what I
doubt.
mean? Salute to Rolly, the bank boys out there. Mac the Jacker, that whole crew out there doing their thing, man. So salute to everybody that left comments and checking us out and watching it. Uh, he said, yeah, it's Willie B, homie, for sure. Willie B. Okay, okay. Let me see. I'm looking at the name. No doubt, no doubt. Salute to you, bro. We appreciate you. Man, leave a comment. We've been talking about the Lions. What team you rocking with? Drop your team in there. We can talk about them too. We watch all the NFL, NBA, whatever teams you rocking with. We ain't just got to talk Lions and Pistons, but that's what we gonna mainly talk about. So if you got your team in there, rock with your team, show your team, and we might dissect them too and say if they garbage or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, Detroit in the building.
He said
You
all
say all
Michigan.
Michigan, all Michigan. Yeah, now when you say all Michigan, now I know it always was some Michigan football fans and Michigan State basketball fans. So, which you like on Michigan or Michigan State? You know what I mean?
And the sweet, sweet black and gold. Trojan in the house.
Oh, you say sweet, sweet black and gold. Willie B. Let me see.
Trojan in the house.
Yeah, no doubt. That's all love. All love. Got that sweet, sweet black and gold. I think everybody in here we've been with mostly Saginaw High in the building.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He said blue.
No,
Yes, sir. Go blue, bro.
it's all
Yes,
go. Okay, we ain't gonna hold that against you, bro.
sir. Go blue. He on the right
You
side.
got your Michigan guy over on the side right there. Yeah, so you ain't alone.
Oh, that's
Say
Willie,
Willie
man.
Braxton.
Okay, that's Willie. What up, Will?
Okay, okay, no doubt, no doubt. I salute to you, appreciate you. You know what I mean? So when you talking about the Pistons, you've been watching the Pistons lately. We also been talking about the Lions. Everybody been rocking. It's a good time for Michigan sports right now. Even the Red Wings, Willie. Eisman got them rocking. So they've been doing their thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tiger's been good too.
Tigers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
so it's a
sure.
good time.
Yeah, yeah. Tigers played real good last year, especially that late season run, man, where they made it to the playoff.
Hmm.
I'm gonna check them out this year. I'm gonna wait till about May or June though. I don't do baseball in the cold, so no. see, see y'all in the summer.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that, man. I gotta charge my laptop up.
Oh man,
Yeah, but man, salute to you, bro. Like I say, let us know what you think. We were talking about the Lions. We talking about the Pistons. We talking about the Mich. We talked earlier. If you want to watch from the beginning or check out some of what we talked about the Michigan State game yesterday. Shout out to them Spartans. Y'all got us in football. It's always going back and forth in something. So,
no doubt, no
uh,
doubt,
yeah, we kind of back to where y'all are winning in football and we getting our basketball in.
for sure. Yeah, Willie say he going to the Michigan versus Nebraska game this year. In football, uh, yeah, that should. I think we on the road too. So yeah, you going to Lincoln? Yeah, I kind of want to get into that too, man. Bucket list, like hit some stadiums, man, and that's kind of what I want to do. Probably, in the next few years, start, at least one a year, like go on a road game. I've been to, of course, you live in Michigan, of course, you've been to Michigan State, but I want to go to like Minnesota and go to Penn State and go to, I want to check all those off the list. All of them except Ohio State. I ain't going to Ohio State, man. Like, I'll be in jail, so I ain't doing that one. But other than that, uh, I want to hit that road too. Probably get a few fellas, man. Shout out to Lavelle and Dev Beatty, a few of us, man. Like we might hit the road, hit some stadiums, man. Go down to Indiana, um, you know, maybe even end up on the West Coast, man. We got USC and them in the conference now. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington. Uh, so I think Willie, you up in Washington, right? I know he probably done been to them stadiums up there, but yeah, I want to eventually do that. Um, just really hit those road stadiums, man, and you know, just on the bucket list.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's always good to see different avenue environments. Um, life ain't forever, so you got to enjoy yourself and see things. You get your eyes to see things they wouldn't normally see. So I always been trying to get to more games myself too. So I got a couple things on my bucket list, but
Man, you down there,
uh,
man. You should be hitting all them down there, man. Like
yeah, oh yeah,
you
I'm right in the middle of all that grambling and everything, and
yeah, man. You
yeah.
supposed to be tailgating and everything, man. Them the
But
best tailgates down
older
there.
I get, I don't be liking to be in crowds a lot now. I used to love being in the crowd, but now I be like, this a long ass walk.
You ain't got to walk around the tailgate. You just go to somebody's tailgate. You there. You at their tailgate. You know. Like,
Yeah, yeah. We went to a couple of my when my kids was going to school at South Arkansas, the university, watched some of their football games a couple of times. I love that college atmosphere. The college atmosphere is nothing like it. So
yeah,
you know,
man. That's man. That's what I enjoy when I do go like the Michigan games or stuff like that, man. Noon game, man. Them cats be out there 6 in the morning. they be tuned up. I don't even think they be seeing the game because they be done. they they done went through a couple 12 packs and you know what I'm saying. They done had shots go all around and
yeah,
around and around again.
exactly.
By
Yeah,
noon, them must be in the chair like knocked out.
Willie say he in Nebraska, Omaha. You go to any
Oh, okay.
games out there? What's out there sports wise?
Yeah, I
I
think
know the
that's why he said.
Cornhuskers, but what else?
Yeah, he probably can dip over to Colorado. Um,
Well, yeah, Dion over there controlling the game. Yeah,
yeah,
I hate I ain't go to the JSU games when they was down here because that ain't that far either. Jackson, I've been to Mississippi a couple times,
yeah.
but not to see the game.
Yeah, he can hit a couple things, man. He can go over to Iowa. Uh,
Yeah,
he can dip down to Texas too. You know what I'm saying? He can dip down there. He ain't that
yeah,
far
yeah, a
away.
couple hours drive. Yeah, he say
We got
only
we
go
got some
blue, so
options.
yeah, yeah,
I
say
think we
only
got
go
yeah.
blue.
We got Texas next year too. Like you can go and dip on down to Austin, man.
Oh,
We got
football, y'all
Texas.
play Texas?
Yeah, we had Texas
Ooh,
at Michigan this year, so we got a return trip.
okay, yeah.
But shoot, man, he can
I
just go to Texas. Period. The Texas football is just crazy. Like he can go to all kind of stuff down there. You know, shoot
yeah.
TCU, A&M. You know, what I mean, like all of that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot, but I don't know. I mean,
Baylor, shoot,
he's
high
a
school, high school
o-
football
only
in Texas is
Michigan. That's
crazy.
it. Yeah, Texas is something else. I ain't gonna lie. It's so big, but it's something. They got a lot to go. You in that avenue of Texas, then I'm about 4 to 6 hours away. 4 hours from Dallas, I think. 6 hours from Houston. So it's a good drive, but when you get there, it's so much going on. The problem is the traffic, though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I went there. We went there. I went to drop off some magazines to my guy to this label, and we was going to his suite, which happened to be right smack dab in Houston. It wasn't one of the little cities they call Houston or none of that. Smack dab in Houston. And we like, damn, what the fuck is going on? We cussing, what is going on? There's so much traffic. And we didn't know that. I think it was the Rockets playing the Cavaliers that day.
Oh man,
and it was like ridiculous traffic, and it was like, oh Lord, I don't even want to go take him to him now. I
Yeah,
want to go back to the hotel.
yeah. Houston traffic is nuts. Like I don't have no uh, desire to be in that traffic at all. Like, you got highways that's 7, 8 lanes, and they going in so many. You dip in and that, and you can't miss your
And
turn because if you miss it, yeah.
you somewhere you ain't supposed to be. And
Uh-uh.
this my thing, because you hit the wrong turn, you on a toll now. You don't hit the wrong part of the highway, and you
Yeah.
on a toll.
Uh-uh. Man, nah, yeah, no desire to get back in that. Yeah, Willie, Dallas, Fort Worth's bad too. Yeah, them places, man, between Dallas, Houston. Like I ain't even that fond of Atlanta, um,
Yeah,
and DC is stupid. Like so,
yeah.
the DMV.
I ain't been to Atlanta like that. Well, we just went to it wasn't Atlanta, but it was a little part of Georgia. It was a quiet part of Georgia. But I Atlanta since I think 18 at the high school trip or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
And if you remember that
yeah,
trip to
yeah.
Atlanta, and I didn't like when we had to run across the street to go to the restaurants and stuff, and it was like, hold on, you wait a minute, they go
Yeah,
like 8 lanes, you got cars. Oh shoot, we ain't gonna
man.
never get past this. And it's
Uh-uh.
like I ain't been since.
Yeah, it's like real life. It's an old school game, Frogger. You trying to, you trying to,
Yeah, it was like you couldn't even cross the street. Like, nah, bro. I like the right now. I'm in the country. I like that quiet. I might be the only car on the road, the highway and shit. I don't mind that.
yeah, nah, man, yeah. I ain't like it when I was younger. I know I don't like it now. I don't even want to drive much now. So I know I don't want to
Yeah,
deal with no traffic. Like,
yeah. Willie say he was there. Yeah, he was there. Went to the underground. Yeah, yeah. It was good, but it was like, man, do we have to go out? That's how I felt. And I still feel that way because, like I say, when I went to Houston, I remember we got lost. It was nighttime because the hotels. It was like I don't know 10 of the same hotels in the same radius was, and we went to the wrong one, and it looked like it, but we could tell by the parking it was not that one. And we like, oh, we didn't write the address down, and it's like, oh shoot, and we had to find the hotel, the right one, and it's like it's one here, it's one there. It's like, ah, damn, man. Next time I know when we in the city like that, write the address down at the hotel before we dip out.
man, and it's
Or make sure we know because it's too much.
yeah, it's crazy. Like you go to Houston, you got people there. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna visit everybody because you be at one person's house, man. It'd be like, okay, we gonna go see such and such. Like, how far is it away? It'd be damn near an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going to see somebody else, you'd be like, God damn, like I'm gonna catch up
Yeah,
next time. Like, so you just don't want to move like that, man, because you be spending all your time in the car. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with traffic. I don't want to. Don't
yeah.
want to do that. Like we gotta, we
Man,
gotta, we
it's
gotta centralize
ridiculous.
this. Like I'm here. Like, can you come here? Can you come here? Like, y'all come to me.
Yeah.
Y'all come to
What
me.
he what he, what he said when we went to Six Flags, I had me a purple silk fit.
Man,
He said I was on that bus, had liquor hid in Fago 2-liter boxes. He was wilding.
man. I'm sure you weren't the only one. So, Cass is wild. Cass.
Yeah, yeah. It was good times though. The memories go fast. Like I say, it's good to get out sometimes and have those memories of going to them bigger cities. We thought some people we think Saginaw big or Detroit big, but it's spots that's just ridiculous. I think Indianapolis is kind of they got them weird highway turns. You turn the
Yep.
wrong one, is you somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah, man. No, yeah, it's stuff I want to do, but I don't want to drive. Now I'm just like, nope. I wasn't even a fan of planes younger, but now I just deal with it because I want to get there.
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
I don't want to deal
I
with
still
it.
don't mind driving though. I like driving though still, even though getting older, getting sleepier. I had to pop them sunflower seeds, especially when we're riding to Michigan. That's like 17 hours, so it's like, and I don't like to stop. I don't like the hotels. I like to go three gas trips, 4 gas trips, and I'm there.
Yeah,
The older you get, you kind of start thinking like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to keep doing that. It's a little rougher now.
yeah, I'm
I might
done
have to
with it.
pull over. Me.
I
You
got I
say you
got six
done with
hours.
it, huh?
I got 6 hours in me. Got about 5 6 hours in me.
That's it. You tapped out.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's why I'd rather just go to fly because
Yeah,
all that driving, man. Like I've done it. I used to do it, man. We made the Atlanta trip a few times. Like on a humbug, just do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just drive. You know what I'm saying? 11, 12 hours. Just drive.
It's
Uh,
dry.
yeah,
Yeah, I
just
love the
today we said
driving.
we going to Atlanta tomorrow. Like just on a
Let's
humbug.
go. Yeah,
Yeah, not no more.
not no
Nope.
more.
I'll
Yeah,
be right
I
here
miss it
on this
though.
laptop. Like, let's see what Spirit got. Let me
Yeah, I
see
see that.
what.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Let me see.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
let me
still
look at
love
Delta.
driving. It's just I get weary now, being older, because I know the situations you can put yourself in driving like cross country, especially going to spots that you ain't welcomed at, I guess you can say.
Yeah, a little
And it's a lot
sundown
of
town
spots in
here and there.
Arkansas. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there's a lot in Arkansas. You know what I mean? I've been through, and I remember one time we got one part of Arkansas. I forgot the name of it, and the police followed us to the state line, which was Missouri.
yeah.
And when we hit the line, he turned around.
Uh huh.
Like, man, listen, then we go to some Indiana spots. We drop off in Indiana. And it's like you got to look at the Google. Like, let me see the population. It's like, oh, then my brother, he went in Chick-fil-A, and he said every head turned around. Whoop. He said, I'm all right. He came back on the car like, bro, let's go ahead. We gonna hit another spot. We gonna drive a little bit and then hit another spot.
Right, right.
So it is still those spots, and you got to be weary about driving. And sometimes you be driving, and I've seen times when I'm riding behind a car and their whole muffler fall off. Boop. It's like, oh, we Wayland, Indiana. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we too far away. And I shout out to my Indiana cats, because I know Greg. Greg was like, bro, if you need something, I mean, call me. So I got some people in different states that if I'm in that state, it's good to have a connection in case something do go wrong. Don't be just out there and you ain't got nowhere. If you got 8 hours from home or 8 hours to where you got to go, and you don't know nobody. You don't want to be in that type position.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, what did he say? He
Yeah.
had to drive through Wyoming, Utah, and Montana. Yeah, man. Uh-uh. No, no, sir. No.
Yeah. They say America great again, but they don't understand how it is for a lot of people that gotta drive in certain areas.
Yeah, our parents did it. You know what I mean? Like we always used to hear the stories, but now I understand. You understand why you before the trip. Mama and grandma them bake. Frying a bunch of chicken. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
You ain't
stopping.
making those stops.
They ain't stopping, man. Like, hey,
Eat on the run, get you a little piss bottle.
yeah, man. Like they ain't stopping. If it ain't gas, no, they
Yeah.
ain't stopping. No, and they gonna map this whole trip out. So they gonna leave. They gonna leave at night. I used to hate that as a kid. Like, man,
Yeah, I
why you gotta
still do it.
leave at 11 o'clock at night? We gonna drive all through the night.
Get that night driving out of the way first.
Yeah, you get most of it out the way by the time you know what I'm saying. The sun come up, you mostly there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you done drove through the night 8 hours. Sun come up now. You got about 3, 4, 5 more hours. But it's all daylight from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like Willie B, he say that stuff's scary. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It can be. I know one of my homeboy, I ain't said no name. We still I'm worried about him. I know he got in a situation and we didn't see him on there, but he was in another state, I think it was, and something happened, and I guess a shooting or whatever. Somebody walked to his car from what I heard, but locked up in another state. You know what I mean?
man.
So prayers out to him. And it's like you don't want to be in that situation where you go to someone. I guess they was filling up for gas. I don't know the whole situation, but whole another state facing another charge, and it's like, man, that can be bad if you 17 hours, you driving 17 hours to a place, and you 12 hours from either one, or 8 hours away from either one of them. You're in the middle of it, and something happened in a certain situation. So you always got to be cautious. And my thing is, I'm always going to lit up gas station, Loves, or sometimes Pilot, but I ain't stopping no off the wall spots.
No, no, you can't. You can't, man. Uh, and shoot, that's why. Again, that's why Mama and them fried that chicken, man. Like, shoot, and there's more technology now, so now you can pay at the pump. So soup, like, hey,
Hmm.
pump it,
Pay the pump and be gone.
yeah. All right, we out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Maybe a bathroom run, maybe, but that might be. We gonna look around. We gonna see what's what.
yeah,
Hurry up!
yeah.
Hurry up!
We don't talk about driving. I guess you could say that's a sport. So
Yeah,
shout out to
shoot.
the truck drivers out there, because they be riding, and they be riding. And so, I always be careful riding right beside them too. So uh, shout out to everybody that hitting them highways consistently. Be safe out there.
For sure.
Yeah. Would it be say, I had a hundred pound pit with me though? Yeah, you gotta have some kind of protection.
No doubt.
Strap something under the hood. All right, nah, I ain't promoting. I ain't gonna say nothing. But you gotta have something sometimes. Be cautious on them highways, because there's a
Yep,
lot of people out there ain't thinking positive.
no doubt.
Uh, so, but we want to salute. I don't know. We got anything else we wanted to talk about, Jeff, before we get on off here?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Clarissa Shields. She been doing her thing. I think about a week or so ago, had about she been doing damage out there. I know my wife was watching one of her movie. I think that came out. I don't know if it just came out or what, but showing her history and showing Flint in a good positive light. So salute to Clarissa Shields.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. She
there's a
had a
lot of
little
people out there
situation.
doing good.
She had a
Uh,
little, she had a little situation going on now. The post fight drug test she failed. Uh, had marijuana in her system, which I just
uh,
like. That ain't help her fight. Like
yeah,
anything, it
yeah.
might have slowed her down. You know what I'm saying? So,
They gonna try to say anything now, probably detain her.
man, it's crazy. No, ain't no
Yeah.
telling, man. She probably had a little gummy or something, man. Ain't no telling. She do be kind of high
Yeah.
strung, so she probably needed one.
Calm her down.
Going down, you know what I'm saying? No, don't tire herself out before the fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Salute, Willie.
we probably talk about some other things. One thing we didn't really get into is the Pro Bowl, and all of that, the situations going on with the Pro Bowl. And I think NHL got a good one going with their Four Nations type of thing they doing. Uh, I think baseball got a good one with they World Games.
Yeah,
But right now, lagging behind is the NBA and NFL's All Stars. They is like no competition. No Vince Katz is cheating and trying to figure out ways to skirt the rules and everything. So I don't know. We didn't get touch on that topic, but maybe it wasn't worth touching on. I don't know.
nah, man, ain't nothing to really say about it. I mean, it's just been really boring. I don't know how you
Yeah, like
change
you
it.
said, he said boring.
Yeah, I don't know no other way to change it other than to incentivize them some kind of way. And so you just gotta
Yeah,
you gotta give them some bread or something. Or,
yeah. I seen I seen something that could help it, but I don't know how good it is to like like four I say four states, like players that came from Michigan, or not just the college of Michigan, Michigan University, but that just came from the state of Michigan, that made it play to anywhere from west, like Eastern Michigan with Max Crosby, or versus Texas, or you have the West Coast. You might have the East Coast, and you had teams, but then you got two two game tournament, which they probably ain't gonna want to play because this is big business now. They thinking about their bodies and careers, and they ain't trying to
Yeah,
all-star game hitting and stuff. So they trying to get through it.
right. I ain't never liked the Pro Bowl. I've never liked that. And I for me it can go away. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
it can go away for me. You can just name your Pro Bowlers and move on with life. For me,
yeah. I
uh,
think it was better when we was younger, though. I mean, I loved the Pro Bowl because I liked to see my team. Like if two Lions get out there, I love to see them playing with the blue squad with their helmets. I compare it to helmets, and you knew they was competing against the AFC team, and you can be like, we didn't see them much as I didn't know about the AFC players like I used to. Like now you can find out more, but back then when you played 15, 16, 17, you get this. You might heard about so and so. But then you get to see your team play him, and you like hoping your team. You see the Lions, you happy when he make a hit. You see their helmet or what. So it was a little bit like I always dreamed of being in that situation where I could be that guy. When you're young and you like, man, I can get in football. I mean, I'd love to be representing my team, and but they was hitting too. They was, you remember Sean Taylor. You know what I mean? The hit he put on Cat, the punter. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
they was more competitive. Like I say, Willie say this generation don't believe in being competitive. Yeah, they do in some ways, but it's like cut back. They like really like they believe they gonna get hurt.
yeah,
A lot of times that's what's in their mind. I'm gonna
yeah.
get hurt.
Well, they different business now. You know, what I'm saying they had they sponsorships and they're brand ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
they ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? If they on the sideline, so they like
Yeah, yeah.
they forget all that. So you know, I don't know how you can. You know, I feel the way you feel about the NBA All Star game. I always love seeing Isaiah, go up against everybody, Joe D.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In the game with Magic and all of them, you know what I mean? Like that. I always loved that one, but these
Yeah.
cats they don't compete like that now because they see themselves as a brand now. They don't see
Hmm.
themselves. They don't measure themselves against the greats like that no more. Like that's why. That's
Yeah.
why the slam dunk is going trash now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like
They
yeah,
scared to get
we look
embarrassed.
forward to the slam dunk. These cats look forward to the 3-point contest. They like man, they want to
I
shoot.
want
You
to
know
shoot.
what I'm saying? Uh, you know, just I guess
Yeah.
just different.
What he say? It's different, but football is better to actually watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
I don't know. At this point, man, they might as well just go on and come out the pass. It could just be 7-on-7 at this point. Like just
yeah, 'cause they getting that flag football, and yeah, it's. I
because
didn't
that's all they
even.
want to do
It's
is
like the
throw and
Pro
catch.
Bowl. It's like the Pro Bowl happened. I'm like, damn, when was that? Like, I don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, it's
I
like
didn't even know it had
basketball.
came on.
Yeah, I mean, they like basketball with threes. Football, for them is
Mhm.
throwing and catching. You know what I'm saying?
Throwing deep,
Yeah, going deep, and you know what I'm saying. The
taking
Jamar
all the
Chase.
strategy out the game.
Yeah, them the biggest stars now. You know what I'm saying? The Jamar Chases and the Jeffersons, Justin Jeffersons, and you know what I'm saying. Like when we came up, it
Mhm.
was it was running backs. You know what I'm saying? Barry,
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. Peyton, and you know what I'm saying. Like it was. We had receivers too. You still have Jarices, and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But you know,
The center was football. I mean, center
yeah,
was the running back. Eric
yeah,
Dickerson, Marcus Allen. I mean, you can go on and on. It was like every team had to have a star running back. You know what I mean? It was just different. And I'm glad to see the resurgence of the running backs because they try to exit out like the NBA tried to exit centers out. So it's good to see a resurgence in, Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry and, the older cats. And then you got the younger cats like Jameer Gibbs and the one for the Jets. Uh forget what his name. I can't think his name off top, but it's good to see a resurgence of teams realizing they need running backs, even two running backs. Like we setting the tone for teams with David Montgomery and Jameer, with teams is looking like, oh yeah, we need a pounder and we need a speed back. We need.
Yeah.
more than just trying to throw it all game.
Right.
because because what that did, I think it created a different strategy to win games. Back when we talk about as far as running backs was dominating, you had bigger linebackers, you had the Brian Urlachers, the Ray Lewises, um, just bigger linebackers. And
Yeah.
as they went to passing, you had to have linebackers that drop more in the coverage and cover tight ends and wide receivers. So now what teams is doing is like, okay, you got these little linebackers in there. We finna pound you again
Yeah.
and take advantage of you not being able to take on my 300 plus linebacker. I mean
Right.
lineman.
Yeah.
So
And
the game keeps shifting.
yeah,
So now it's perfect time to take over because teams want to play dime more.
right for sure. Yeah, you doing all that throwing, man. It make the game longer too. The clock ain't running.
Hmm.
They drop the ball, clock stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you running. You know what I'm saying? The clock is running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
running the ball. You know, unless you run out of bounds, but if you pounding that ball, you know what I'm saying? You shortening the game. So
yeah.
different
I
strategy,
agree.
shortening the game, and you physically punishing the other team.
Hmm. Yeah, Willie say, I can watch regular season football and college football. My love was basketball. It's just hard to watch now. Yeah, me and Jeff discussed that plenty of times. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a bad product now. What I'm saying? Like, I don't, cats be, man, I don't know what travel is anymore. So like, cat step back three, cat take two steps back. Like that was
Yeah,
travel in my day. I don't know what this is. Like two steps, like you ain't got no pivot. Like, you took two steps back on a step back
man.
three. Like, where's
And that's what makes it so difficult to watch. You can't compare. They try to compare the old school, new school a lot of times. I stopped even getting in those conversations, and people was pushing back on the product of the NBA, and they'd be like, you can't really compare like Isaiah to even Steph Curry when Isaiah had to take 1.5 step, damn near 2 steps,
yeah,
and if he took even close to a half after that, it's traveling.
it's travel.
Where now you can take damn near 3.5, do a little spin and a Euro step
I'm still
and get the
confused.
point.
I'm still. It's a zero step now. What is that?
Yeah, they start with a zero.
Zero? What? Like, I just man, I
Yeah, your pivot ain't even a pivot no
no.
more.
It's like you could take a zero step, then a gather, and then like, what? Okay, all right,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's becoming like we used to watch the NBA and we felt like okay, this was the standard of the league, and then you get to watch the Olympics and the Euro League, and you're like, oh, okay, well they can't handle the NBA, and it's like instead of the NBA staying the NBA, they try to be like the Olympics and the Euro League.
Yeah, and that was a marketing strategy. They like, man, the game is global now. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, man, I, the NBA should
Yep.
still be the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
So,
And if they got a Euro League over there, then great. Do that over there.
hmm
And like, but we wanted to globalize the game and make it more palatable to people in Europe and Asia and wherever else.
hmm
It's just
Then they
diluted the product.
wonder, and they wonder why the international players are starting to dominate more. The Giannis and Luca, and the game catered to them right now. It's perfect for
The
them.
funny thing is now it's kind of flipped because you got some of the Euro guys that say their league is more physical now.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
say their
yeah,
league is more physical now. Like what?
yeah,
Like, how
yeah.
that work?
It's crazy because the African League, I think they all play or want to be like the bad boys.
Yeah, physical.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
They say they come to the NBA and it's like, oh, it's a breeze now. I think they asked Victor Wembanyama about that. He's like, oh, yeah, it's all right. It's not no different.
Yeah,
Used to be they be scared to come into the NBA. They know they finna get banged around.
yeah. Well, at that point it was still, what I'm saying, you still have real centers and real power forward that wasn't finna,
Hmm
they wasn't putting up with all that. So you finna be high flying and nah, you finna go to the free throw line. So
Exactly.
you finna
Yeah.
do all
What
that,
he said. What he said it is. That's why we struggling in the Olympics. Yeah, that's one of the great reasons because we went down to other competition. We didn't try to keep that level. We said, okay, we're gonna come down and play like y'all play. So
right?
now they all play like in the Olympics. Other team we get into French and the other team they play physical. Like, oh, they don't want to be banged around. They scared to get touched.
Right, right.
So they can able to stay with them. They should able to stay with a high power because what we do is out there we put out our best 3-point shooters. We ain't got no how you say a winning basketball player that know how to dive for the ball and make those hustle plays. We ain't worried about hustle plays no more.
Nah, sure. We ain't even having no center. You know what I'm saying? Like you putting Anthony Davis out there
Mhm.
and Bam Adebayo. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't centers. Like
Power force, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you know.
We say the thing is, in our era, coaches wouldn't let us evolve. I'm, I agree with that in a lot of ways. Is that coaches again? It go back to what winning basketball or winning football is, and a lot of times you might not agree with a coach, and a lot of times I mean, even when I played in high school, it was like I didn't agree with some things, but you understand that they know what winning is. And it's the same thing as we figure evolving is letting the center 7'2", 7'3" shoot threes. And it's like, okay, he involved. But he's regressing because now he's shooting the ball from deep and you ain't got no you now you getting out rebounded every game and you wonder why you getting out rebounded. Or you got your guard hustling to get the rebound against bigger guys, and we like, oh yeah, everybody's involved and it's moving faster, but actually, is it still winning basketball to
Right.
have your center stand out the 3-point line and you say, "Oh, I'm dragging the other center out of out the basket." Well, that's why they got another big guy.
Right. Exactly. I used to be, you know, I remember when, Larry Brown used to be pissed at Chauncey, you know what I'm saying, for taking threes. Like he hated the 3-point shot. And,
Yeah.
I remember not, like, dang, Larry got to come around, So, like, I used to feel that way. Like, man, Larry got to get with the time. But
Hmm.
really, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was kind of signaling, like, you don't want your team falling in love with that shot because now you ain't
Yeah.
running nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you ain't running no you ain't shooting no mid range shots. Like, you ain't trying to get a better shot. Like, the better shot is still closer to the basket. Like, get
Hmm.
drive the ball, dish the ball. It's like we driving and dishing at the 3-point line. like
Yeah. Yeah. And
man,
see,
like
that was my thing is that everybody was, we always had this thing, and it still go wild. You live by the three, you die by the three. And everybody's watching Golden State and figuring how they was hitting so many, hitting all of these threes. But Golden State was a well-rounded team, period. They hit that mid-range. Klay Thompson was a shooter, not just threes. He can hit from so many, but all they saw was threes. You
yeah,
know,
that's
Golden State was well-rounded defense, had a great defense, mid-range offense. They run in the pick and roll, they get into the rim, but all they see is Steph Curry launching threes, and they just it's like that guy on the block, and you like, hey man, uh, I showed you to do a lot of things. What did you take out of me? What I was showing you. He like, man, you showed me how to hustle. He like, bro, I showed you how to go to school. I showed you how to stay with your family and take it. You ain't see none of that, huh? You just saw what you want, and that's what they see. They just saw what they want, which is Steph shooting, launching threes. No,
yeah.
they was a well-rounded team. Period.
Well, not only that, I mean, like you talk about two of the greatest shooters of all time. Like
Yeah,
everybody ain't
everybody
gonna
that's
have
gonna be the
that.
yeah,
like
yeah.
you can't copy that. You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean, you can try. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you'll have a Dame Lillard or something like that, but everybody ain't gonna have that. So
Yeah.
you can't
Yep.
have that philosophy. Like it's yeah, and then they dragged analytics into it and just drove it into the ground. It's like
But you
Still
see, you
unwatchable.
you kind of the thing I hated the most about the way it is, like we said, is how it's unwatchable is because every team played the same. Is every team is like back when we was watching it probably wasn't like the super athletes, like a lot of people was trained and staying up on their nutrition year round, but you knew Detroit basketball from New York basketball, you knew Boston Celtics basketball, you knew um Cavalier basketball with Elo and them and Brad Daugherty. You knew every team had their own identity. Now every team's identity is shoot as many threes as you can, take a high percentage shot. It's like they you can't really, it's hard to tell this type of basketball from that because it's like it's hard to say. Like you feel like with the internet, everybody from Compton. You don't take much. You don't got no individuality to your cities no more. You like what this city used to do. It's like you don't now because they can be in Denver, Colorado, and be claiming Compton because they can go on the internet and feel like they from Compton.
Right.
And that's what it feel like. It feel like every NBA team don't have their own identity. All got the same way of playing.
Yeah, it's all high pick and roll. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I just don't. You know, I mean, and ain't no set. Ain't no real set plays. It's just motion, and you know what I'm saying. Like I just, it's just man, it's just not a good product at all. Like we
Hmm.
ain't come up with that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like each team, a lot of teams had an identity. Like you knew, like I hated as a Pistons fan, I hated when we played Milwaukee. 'Cause they
Yeah,
just, it's gonna be super physical. You know what I'm saying? Like almost, ugly. You know what I'm saying? But you had your Alvin Robertsons and your Jack Sickmans and you know what I'm saying? Like and they played a certain way. Like we
yeah,
ain't played the way they play now is when the Pistons used to take a West Coast road trip and now they play in Denver and Phoenix and them teams play wide open. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You did that once a year. Oh, they take the West Coast road trip and now you
yeah.
play in Seattle and you know what I'm saying? Now they finna score 120, 130. But
Then
when
they
they
go
came
back to
back
that
east,
basketball.
they coming back to
Hmm.
Cleveland. They coming back to Atlanta,
Chicago and
Chicago, all that. They finna go back to physical ball. So
yeah,
Boston.
yeah.
You go get cheated in Boston. You know what I'm saying? Go get a phantom foul call at the end of the game or something. You know what I'm saying? Might be a fight. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
ain't none of that no more.
It's kind of weird, but a lot of people is now starting to say how it is. When we were saying it, everybody's calling us out of pocket or whatever. But a lot of people was clamoring that product is bad. So it's like, yeah, they starting to pay attention now. They even came with all kinds of other stuff to try to improve it, and a lot of things. What I heard. I think one of the NBA commissioner was talking about going from lowering the time of how many quarters they play. I think what is it, 12 minutes right now. He's talking about doing 10 so that
Yeah,
it's more compact and more action inside the quarters.
yeah,
Um, they had all kind. They know what it is, and they trying to develop strategies to try to or thoughts of how they want to improve the game. When it's a lot of things you can improve is help letting the defense play defense was one.
right. Yeah, they definitely reacting because the ratings down. They said the ratings down
Hmm.
like 40%. Yeah, you go sit in the boardroom now, like, hey, because
What's going on?
those sponsors, like, hey, the ain't as many eyes on these games, and we paying y'all this money. Like, hey, y'all better
Hmm.
do something. So,
Exactly. Joe Dumars talked about it. Uh, and then, you get to some cats. I don't want to say no names, but there's some cats out there be like, "Oh man, y'all just hating it. This is great, and this is." And it's like you don't you rose colored glasses where you're not even looking, bro. Too many people are saying it now. It's still basketball. People love basketball, but at the same time, you looking and being like, "Come on, man." And I love that the Pistons is playing good basketball, so I know how it can look. And
right,
to me, the Pistons is still trying to get to an identity of being Detroit basketball and not playing like everybody else. Which right now, even when you see them playing, it's like they just fitting in of what everybody doing. You got your big man, you got your big 6'6" point guard, you got your shooting guard that's a penetrator. You know, your small forward that's gonna shoot all the time. You know, you got these certain things what they was talking about when it became positionless and it became where you had your specialists, you had your 3 and D. I hated that. You had your 3 and D, you had your small forward. What they used to call them. I had the name for each one of them. Your big point guard. I can't think of all the names they had for the specialized players.
Right, right.
And it was like you had to fit into that specialized player. You couldn't be like take for example Detroit when damn I can't think of his name right now. The guy we traded Sadiq Bey.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I take him for that for he got cut for wanting to or got traded to the Hawks, I think it was, for wanting to be a better all around player.
Right.
And at the time our coach and everybody in our little situation, they wanted him to stick to shooting threes and stand out the post and getting out the way, hitting the corner. And he wanted to be an all around player. And they basically said, man, go on, you don't want to play team ball.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my kind of example is because I would love see they put 50 up one day. I think Cade was hurt. He put up 50 or so. I'm like, oh yeah, Sadiq finna be that guy. He working on his post game. He working on his whoop 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 whoop. And then all of a sudden you just see him standing in the corner and they ignoring him for 3 pointers. Like the coach told him, don't move, just stay right there. And you're like, man, what the fuck going on? Why
Man,
this man ain't trying to play like he was playing? And it's like they limiting him. They telling him, no, we don't need you to be an all around player. We got you. You shoot threes. You play defense.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, what up,
And he was
Taki?
considered a cancer.
Uh-huh. Got my boy Taki Blackman on here.
Key, what up with you, bro?
AKA Taki
Yeah, I gotta
today.
check my inbox. I think I seen you sent me something earlier. I'm gonna check it out, bro.
Yeah, I just seen Taki at VIP. Shout out to the homie, man. I've been knowing Taki, man, since elementary school. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
man,
my guy.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
no doubt.
yeah. He got some heat.
He's
He
still
was he
doing
was
his
showing
thing
me.
too.
Yeah, he was showing me some stuff on his phone. Like, man, I got some stuff, man. So, yeah, man,
Yeah,
got
yeah. I was at work earlier. I think I seen because I really wasn't able to check my messages as much today. But I think I seen something. You put your music in there. I'm gonna check you out, bro. You always know I'm always checking out what you got. So once I do this, because once I got off work, I got right on here.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out Taki. Man, shout out to everybody that done checked us out. Right now, we got over 6, 7, and it's been some more popping in and out. Man, appreciate everybody that's watching. I see uh some watching on YouTube, some on Facebook. So salute to everybody that's checking us out wherever you watching, man. We appreciate y'all. And we're trying to get on here more with the sports talk. We both got busy schedules too, but I'm trying to get Thawed back rolling like it was before. Also, getting back to the magazine feature. First interview of the year will be next. Well, the first Tuesday in March. Gonna have my guy DJ Illuminati on. We're gonna sit and kick it, and we're gonna go there, get some more people on every 2 weeks, and let people know behind the scenes of a lot of artists and what they got going on and what they doing. So we getting back to that, like the fourth season. So of course we got sports talk. On Thursdays, you can check out Sports Talk Texas. Dre B, shout out to Mr. Dre B and the Texas crew out there representing. Uh, Wednesdays, we got Win Life Talk. So you got Crystal Flowers and Joe McMiller. Salute to both of them doing their thing with Win Life Talk. So we got like 6 podcasts, and hopefully two more will be coming soon. We had the ladies, the Women of Purpose podcast. I don't know if they still in action, but I think we got 6, 7 podcasts. So you can check out Thawed Magazine. Go to thawedmagazine.com. Check out the articles. The next issue, which was delayed, it should be out the second week of March. I'm aiming for. On the cover of that is Miss Skylife. She was Mo3's publicist. She worked with Rap a lot. She helped break the careers with a lot of artists, Lil Will, a lot of big time artists that might have heard. She was behind the scenes with a lot of them, creating the images and doing the publicist type of things. And right now, she's doing the comedian thing, as like a protege of Lou Nails. So
Okay.
she doing her thing with the comedian thing right now. So she on the cover of there, and we got some good artists on the issues to check out. So I'm working on that to be out in about 2 weeks. So if everything go right, because I had a lot of setbacks these last 4 months. So we just gonna keep on working, keep on driving, and keep on pushing. So that's all we know. That's all we gonna do. So
No
salute to
doubt.
anybody that's rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. Let me see his comments. Willie said, back in the days, there was no name if you couldn't play defense and offense, you can't play. Yeah. You had to be able to do it all.
No doubt.
Let me see. What else we got? Uh-oh. I think that was oh no, that was that the last one. Okay, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to say salute to everybody. I don't know, Jeff. We hitting almost 2 hours. I don't know if you planned on going like that, but
Hey, it just go that way sometimes.
yeah, true, true, true. So before we get on off here, Jeff, tell them what you got going on. You know, I seen something with the Mardi Gras or the theme.
Yeah, man. Check us out at Saginaw Cap, SaginawCAP.org. We are doing this is our first annual Mardi Gras themed sneaker ball fundraiser. Um, so just check us out, man. Tickets are on the website. We'll be doing that next month, March 8th. So looking to have a good time, man. We got iMix in the building. She has some specialized Mardi Gras themed drinks, and shout out to my boy E with E&E Productions. He's our DJ. So man, we want to raise some dollars, man, to keep our community activism going, man. Like we got some things really planned for this year. Really want to make a difference in the community, man. So we really pushing to, do that. We still gonna have a couple different events throughout the year. Our, the block party will be, jumping off in July, so we will be doing that as well. So, but you can find out about us on the website, Saginaw CAP, SaginawCap.org.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna put the flyer up there. That color scheme always it draws in, you know what I mean? So only thing kept me from putting in the issue is that it's March 9th, and I probably won't have the issue out by then, so it wouldn't kind of fit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But I still think it was dope, and I think I shared it once at least. I'm gonna share it again. Uh, and it's good to see events, and you gotta appreciate any events going out, because a lot of times we gotta understand that when events like that happen, don't nobody have to, you know what I mean? And a lot of times it's not like profit making events.
No, man.
Sometimes, yeah. A lot of times when I threw a lot of my events, at the end of the day, you're in a negative.
Right, right. No doubt. And what I'm saying, like that's with what we do, man, like none of us are we don't take no salary, as far as the organization is concerned. Like none of us get paid by the organization. Like every dollar we bring in is gonna go right back into the community. You know what I'm saying? In some type
Mhm.
of program, some type of event that's community centered. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's going to benefit your kid or your, you know what I'm saying, like the whole family. You know what I mean? So every dollar we bring in is going right back into the community. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. So respect to you for doing that, you know what I mean? And the whole cap crew and everybody that's putting in work out there, because if you're putting in work in these streets, or putting in work as far as like entertainment, you understand the grind and you understand that the struggle. And a lot of times it was kind of funny when my son, he told me, they said they thought you was rich. I'm like, yeah, bro, it take a lot of support to get to that point, you know what I mean? So, you actually, you know, like websites cost, your
yeah,
programs that you're doing, the flyers and everything cost. Your program to do the videos, you paying monthly fees now.
yep,
Um to rent the place, to throw the events. A lot of places don't even want you. If it's a hip hop event, you gotta have insurance.
yep,
It's a little extra charge. There's so many costs to like doing it. And then a lot of times you run into it where people don't even want to give you $2 for your product.
right,
So even with podcasting, I had to cut. I'm on a new podcast platform because the other podcast platform I was using almost $100 a month. People don't know that a lot of these platforms you paying a lot of money a month. And
yeah.
$100 a month, I said, well, yeah, we gotta find a different one. I ain't making no money to be paying. I mean, I'm able to afford it a little bit, but I can't keep doing that one.
Oh, no
Just to,
doubt.
I love doing podcasts. I like reaching out to people. I love when people are watching us, but I'm not bringing in the money to podcast to be able to compensate for paying that much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's definitely a grind. I can definitely speak to it on the nonprofit end. Like, everything that we do, or every aspect of the organization, man. I'm saying, it definitely costs. I mean, for us to have an
Hmm.
office, it costs. For us to put on community events, you know what I mean. We get love from community centers and different things like that are able to host us for free. But sometimes if you're doing it somewhere where everybody everywhere ain't free, so
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, so that's why nonprofits have to raise money to cover different costs. We try to be community centered. A lot of people that we deal with are in poverty, so a lot of times when we have community meetings, like we want to have a meal or some type of something, you know what I'm saying? Because you want somebody to come to your meeting at 5, 6 p.m. That's dinner time. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
pulling them away from a meal, you probably need to have some type of meal for them, to then come to your event. So, you know, all this stuff costs, man. And then, the graphics you just put up, man, like we pay for Canva, like that's a monthly fee. You know what I'm saying? Or,
yeah.
we got Canva, we got Adobe that costs as well. Like, you know, so
Hmm.
it's cost. It's cost to do things, but man, it's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah,
love
we do it
to
because we love it, though. You know what I mean? We take
absolutely.
that cost and we keep rolling.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
just the only thing I don't like is when they think you're making a lot of money if you give me $5. I'm like, yeah, that ain't even a monthly of the website.
Yeah. Well,
And I
honestly,
turn down more money than I've actually received a lot of times. And a lot of times I have people say, "Hey man, here go $5 or $10," and I'm like, "No, I'm all right." They like, "Y'all take this," and I'm like, "I respect it. I appreciate it because you understand." I mean, that's my main thing is you understand that the struggle and trying to put some products out or keep grinding and put in work. And so, like I say, a lot of times I pass out magazines. I do this, that, pass out, and it's like, you still got that monthly fee, right?
yeah, no doubt. But I think, what I'm saying, sadly, you get that sentiment because there are some people that aren't doing it for the love. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
they
can
doing it
speak
for the
to that.
cash.
I can speak to that on the nonprofit end. Like, you guys, what I'm saying, every nonprofit ain't the same. And you got some
Hmm.
nonprofits that, so they bring in money, and they'll pay themselves first before they do anything else. So, so that take the whole thing. So people think, everybody cut like that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you gotta set the record straight a lot of times, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty of having a website. You can list all that stuff, like, hey, nobody here getting paid, nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing.
Yeah,
Everything, every dollar coming in is going out. Like, because you gotta say it, because sadly everybody ain't doing it that
and
way.
cut like that.
They take advantage
Yeah,
of the community, and so that's a sad thing.
yeah, no doubt. I feel you on that. So we almost hitting 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and get off here. We appreciate everybody that's rocking with you, man. We done had a couple people that's rocking with us for the whole show, man. That's
Man,
special. You know, what I mean, I
for
don't care
sure.
if it's one or two people. This is how you say special times in your life because it's something that you don't have to do, and we don't got all we don't got forever to live. So for you to take an hour or two out of your time to watch us talk how we talking, man, that's dope to me. You know what I mean? It's something to respect, and I respect it to the fullest. I'm
No
sure
doubt.
Jeff, you know what I'm saying, same way as far as, because you didn't have to.
Hey,
So,
it's
yeah.
all the
All love, all love, and I gotta give a shout out to some people that didn't leave the comments. So no, it's no different, you know what I mean. But I read off the people that left comments. I don't want to leave out people that push likes. So shout out, because they might didn't want to comment on it, but they watched, and I appreciate y'all. So I want to make sure y'all get acknowledged too. Fortitude Yacht Life, salute to you, Yacht Life Chronicles. Y'all go check him out. You know what I mean. Anawanda, I see you. Coop, shout out to Coop out of Arkansas, my guy. You know what I mean? Check out his music too, Coop. Carl Stewart, shout out to you, cuz. Key Green, shout out to you, famo. Can't ban the jump, man. Shout out to your family. You know what I mean? Who else we had? Angelina, Howard Foster, salute to you. That's my guy right there, legend. Hashim Kelly, salute to you, bro. And the Rolly, I see he got the light, and you also commented. So I just want to make sure that I got as many people that I've seen on there that they either commented or push like. So quite sure quite a more people on probably a different platform checked it out. I might not be able to put your name or announce, but I like to acknowledge people when they do something like that because it means a lot to us. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
likes, comments don't cost a dime to share or support. So when it's done, it's lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and get on off here. We know everybody got some more important things to do than just hear me rambling or hear Jeff talking. And you know what I mean. Even though we appreciate you, we ain't gonna hold up all your time. So Jeff, you got anything you want to say before we get on off here?
man. Just thank everybody for coming on, rocking with us, man. We appreciate every like, love, share, all of that, man. And man, we'll be back on next week, so check us out.
No doubt, no doubt. And salute to everybody. Y'all keep on rocking and rocking, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out. Check out thawedmagazine.com. More articles coming on the way. I'm getting back into the feeling of writing and stuff. Anybody know I didn't know I wasn't in the best of feelings. So I'm getting back into writing and checking out news and seeing what's going on and breaking news and being able to bring hopefully more business, more stock talk, more entertainment talk. Try to keep my people aware. You can always check Jeff page out. He always got interesting comments and posts and informative information on his page, Facebook. So with if you're checking out Thought, any connection with us, Cap, you always know we all about informing our people, informing people on things going on, knowledge. We don't have a lot of silly stuff. So if you're looking for a lot of silly stuff and comedic stuff, I might share a reel or something here and there, but I'm more silly in real life, so I don't put all that on there. So I'm more about informing on entertainment, informing on business, informing on um like I say, Jeff, same way, informing on politics. So check out any of our posts. It's for information and informative. I'm hoping you stay up on everything you got to stay up on. Because one thing about this world and America is you got to have knowledge to survive. You can have all the street claim and all that thing. You can have the power, but the knowledge is what they try to take advantage of us on. And if you got knowledge and you're able to talk, a lot of them already know from the jump they can't take advantage of you. So that's what we about, is keep informing and kicking off knowledge. So hopefully we doing that for you,
For sure.
no doubt. All right, we finna get on up off here. We're gonna try to tune in next week. Sports Talk. Catch the other ones. Win Life Talk Wednesday. Sports Talk Texas Thursday. And keep an eye out for Thawed Magazine. Keep an eye out for Cap. So salute to y'all. We're gonna get on up off here. All right.